Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming out to tonight's show. Bernie Maskman presents The Prom. Now, we've got a lovely show for tonight. First off, of course, we want to always thank True Story Brewing for allowing us to record right here in their facility. And we have got a lovely show for today. But it was this time of the year that I was thinking to myself, we really need to do something. And let's have something remembering the nostalgia. And in this time of year, of course, prom is a big thing. It's a rite of passage for young people. You know, they learn the importance of rented clothing and transportation. It's a learning experience for them. Now, I did a little research, because I'm a thorough journalist. I did a little research. Prom began as an exercise for it was a men's college inviting the students of the women's college to a formal dance. And then it soon became a trickle down to the high schools, and they would have a formal dance at the high school level in a kind of almost, it was like a debutante's ball. But you didn't have to be in a wealthy, well-connected family. Anybody can dress up and have a great time. Yeah, it's a feeling of inclusion, if you will. Of course, it didn't take long before competitive buying and purchasing became a part of it, and now it is, as you can see, by any high school promenade, as they call them when they're walking in, people in ridiculously expensive clothing, vehicles that they may or may not own. It's a lovely time to really bask in America's need to outdo one another financially. It is a delightful thing. I think it's just it's all a part of our growing up and understanding, you know. I mean, it was different in my time, I suppose, but I always say it's that. You feel like the old guy saying it's different in my day, but it was different in my day, but not so different. It was still a lot of designer dresses and rented limos and that kind of thing. It was just a part. I mean, but we were just a different group of people, let's be honest, you know. Back in those days, we only had 3 and/or 4 network channels. You know, we didn't have all this stuff. I worry about the choice, you know, crippling us as a nation. Too much choice, you know. We didn't have that kind of choice when I was younger. For those of you viewers out there who are a little bit younger, television networks were these things that, they were on a box in your room, an actual box, not just a flat screen, but an actual box, and they would play television shows that were decided for you by a bunch of people, and they decided what you liked. So we watched a lot of things like Touched by an Angel. It was not good, but it was on, and we watched it, and that was a thing. That's a thing, because so your streaming channels, a lot of streaming channels, a lot of choice, and we're constantly barraged by all of this creation and creativity, but it's a lot, you know? And we only have the one choice, the simple choice. You're gonna go get yourself touched by an angel. That's what you're gonna do. And it wasn't good. Believe me, the good old days sucked. Don't get me wrong. But it was also great because we weren't crippled by these choices. You know, we had a single show that you watched at night, and then it allowed you to have a conversation with friends and strangers about said show, because there was only 3 choices. You had a 1 in 3 chance of being the one that the next person watched. It was very nice. It was a collective. It built community, if you will. I mean, don't get me wrong, it sucked because, you know, the earlier mention of Touched by an Angel. But the point is, you didn't have all of the choices. And I'm not saying the choice is bad. I enjoy the choices that we have these days. I mean, we have an opportunity to watch anything on streaming services and everything else. That's great. But I will say that, you know, having a lot of choices, having a lot of creators out there, when anybody can create things, sometimes quality can be a little lax. I mean, have you seen the kind of things they put on YouTube? terrible. But I'm, just saying, it's not the, it's just times change. And we have to change with them, sometimes you just gotta buckle in and say, you know what, we are just, I can sit and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll through all of 17 different streaming networks that I pay for. Oh yeah, kids, back in the day, we didn't pay for Touched by an Angel. It was just on the box. We didn't have to pay for it. Yeah, it was there for our consumption. Yes, we had to sit through commercials, but that's why we didn't have to pay for it. It was kind of nice, I suppose, in its way. Every one of those networks had a news program, right? And they told you the news that happened previously in the day. It's simple enough. Car crash, absolutely. Dog parade, you betcha. That's it. That was all you got. You didn't have a bunch of opinion programs coming on because they didn't have to cover up a 24-hour news cycle because they had programming. Touched by an Angel. They had that already in the queue. They didn't need to go in and give you some talking head guy trying to scare you and tell you that your neighbors are coming to kill you and then that the people that live in a different country want to, take your pets. They didn't have to tell you that because they weren't working for an effort to drum up the competition of all of this. And people were going to be in front of the television screen. So advertisers just had to say, hey, I make soap. You like soap? Here you go. Boom, done. Now that it's simplistic, but it worked. And I'm not saying we should go back to that because, the old days aren't that great. Polio and stuff like that. It's not great. We shouldn't go back to everything. We don't want to revert back to things. I think looking ahead, moving forward is a good thing. Just simply saying that sometimes we move too fast, maybe, and it's too much for us to all take in at one time. And I worry for the populace at large. But not, ladies and gentlemen, tonight. No, tonight is a night for celebration. Tonight is a night that we gather together and put on our fineries. I'm wearing my black suit tonight because it is the prom. Yes, a night where we gather with our friends and we get down to songs that we barely like, and we'll I've talked to many people through my years, and I've met maybe like 3 of them that have good prom experiences. Mostly it's just this overhyped night that we get all excited for, we get to it, it's a bit of a letdown. I'm not saying it's a bad night, I'm just saying it cannot possibly live up to the hype that you've given it. I mean, I've been to a lot of dances, a Sadie Hawkins dance, a Valentine's dance, a victory dance after a football game. All fine evenings of getting too sweaty with your classmates. I did not once have to wear rented pants at any one of those things. I'm just saying, there are times where you can just live in the moment and have a good time, and you don't have to put all the accoutrement in. But that is what prom is about, the accoutrement. It's about tiny flowers and about cummerbunds and bow ties, and it's about dresses that you're absolutely never ever going to wear again, and about shoes that you bought because they're cute and you absolutely hate the way they make you feel. That's fine. That's what prom's about. That's really what teaches you going on through life, that sometimes things can be very, very hyped up and you get very excited about it, and then they can let you down. Speaking of YouTube, we are on YouTube. You can go, please, ladies and gentlemen that are watching right now, if you found us on YouTube, please go and watch our back catalog of episodes and enjoy. I was going to give out the address, but I don't know it because it's a bunch of weird numbers. I need to make it something much catchier, but I don't know how to do that. And as you can see, I don't have a producer. We hired a temp and said he was going to have it all set up nice for us. And I see that he set us up to where we were going to. He promised me a balloon arch. And well, he knew where he wanted to put it. I too know where I would like him to have put it. But I digress. You know what? The economy's tough out there. We're all doing our best. Well, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for your first guest? We've got a big time. We don't want to mince around and wait around for too much because we've got two guests tonight that I'm super excited about. Locally, there's a local high school that I found out. I cast out a net to find people that were legitimately kings and or queens of their prom. Now, where I went to school, we did not have that because we do not believe in a monarchy. But a lot of schools do that sort of thing, and so I thought it might be interesting to bring some on. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring on right now my guests, Mr. Sean McCombs and Ms. Let me get this right. Megyn McCombs. Excellent. Sean McCombs and Megyn.
Come on, man.
Yeah, please. Okay, well, this is a bit, I do apologize. My producer was supposed to come up. I had let him know that we were having two guests on at one time, and I asked him to put out more chairs, and he in turn put the balloon arch sign up, but didn't actually have a chair. So I do apologize, but we only have the one mic, but we can get through it, guys.
Am I supposed to sit on this?
Say it again.
Out of my face.
Say it again.
Get it out of my face.
I was speaking to the microphone.
Am I supposed to sit on this?
Yeah. You know what? I guess go ahead and move that out of the way, and you can. I mean, it's not real. You know what? I feel the same.
You look great. Look at that.
Shut up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sean and Megyn. So now you are. Are you together? You're together. You're
Married twice.
excellent. You're married twice. Oh,
Didn't work out the first time.
A renewal of vow. Oh no, you actually did not work out the first time.
Yeah, there was a point before the twins that we just split up for a few months.
You know what? Marriage can be hard. Relationships can be tricky. So I'm certainly not here to sit in judgment of that. But so I cast out a net for a guest on the Bernie show, and I wanted to see if we had real life prom king or prom queen. So were one of you the royalty for your prom?
Oh yeah, we was king and queen.
Oh wow! So you're a king and queen. You then got married. That's like the American love story right there. Mm-hmm. I mean, minus the birth of twins and demise of the marriage, but the rekindling it's a comeback story.
It's like the Notebook.
Yeah.
Happy.
It's a happy ending. Well, tell us a little bit about your relationship. Where'd you guys meet?
Well, our parents was neighbors, so we was neighbors and we grew up next to each other.
Okay. So young, very, very young love. Two kids running around. When did you first realize that maybe there was something to spark there?
I think it was prom night. Yeah, he won king, I won queen. We just figured it was right.
Yeah.
Okay. So at no point in time, in all the time you knew each other, was there ever a spark, but you thought, hey, they put a plastic crown on my head, tonight's the night?
Well, I was making my way through the field, if you know what I mean.
Okay. I mean, well, you're young, you're looking for love, and I understand that.
I found it.
But yes, of course, with Megyn.
Then I found you. We already been through this. It's all right.
No.
It caused the first marriage to fall apart.
No,
we got through it.
Yeah, well, I would not. I want to dredge up any bad stuff. I mean, this is a night of celebration. It is, as for instance, it's the prom. So how was your prom night? I mean, I imagine being king and queen, you had to have had a lovely evening.
Oh yeah, it was great. What I remember of it,
Yeah.
but I mean, it was mostly pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was fun when we got there. We had a problem getting there because you see, you rent a limo, but then if you have the whole offensive line trying to get into that one limo, we didn't
Plus
make
their
it.
dates.
Yeah, plus their dates. We didn't make it because the back wheels caught on fire.
Oh.
Because they were bottoming out.
Oh, that is rough. Well, I mean, you went to what school did you go to?
Real life high school.
It's a real place. It just sounds made up.
real life high school.
Real high rules. Real high rules. Real high rules. Yeah.
Go Tigers!
Go Tigers.
That is interesting. Yeah. It sounds like one of those like a made up 90s 2000s MTV television show, but real life high school. It's interesting. And then I see you. You can still wearing your Letterman jacket there.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. This isn't mine.
What?
This is
This
my brother Jared's.
Oh.
I've been wearing this for 12 years.
Oh well, I'm sure he doesn't mind.
No, he's in prison, so he.
Oh well, there you go.
Well, there.
Well, then you're keeping his memory alive. Well, he's not dead, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, he's not dead yet. He's got to wait a little bit longer. Peel something out.
Okay. Well, let's keep it light. So I got to ask. So as I said before, I know a lot of people have oftentimes have some bad prom stories, or it just doesn't live up to the hype. But would you say that your prom did it feel as magical as we all imagine they're going to be before we actually do the thing?
Oh yeah, I felt like a princess. I had a whole sparkly dress. I got to ride there in a limo, took pictures beforehand, got my nails did. It was fun. I'd do it again every night if I could.
But okay, go on, please.
And I was wasted.
Woo! But fair enough. I understand it. What I would say though, you became king and queen. That's what sparked the relationship. But did you go together to your prom?
Oh no, I went with oh God, I can't remember what they're called. He's on the football team, and he's not the quarterback, but he's the one that catches it.
The receiver.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So you went with a football player. I'm assuming you probably knew him. You were being he played football. Well, I'm assuming he played football.
Yeah, his name was Ronald. He's an asshole.
Well,
It wasn't that bad.
Man.
Well, I mean, it obviously he wasn't the man that Sean is, or was at least that caught your eye.
Sure.
That was and you something to see from across the room, and you see that again crown on the head. And you think, well, this is the man I want to share my life with. It's a sweet story.
Sure.
I went with a woman. Well, she was a lot older than me.
Okay.
Yeah, she worked at the Quickie Mart near the road.
Okay.
Yeah, and I asked her, and she went, and she taught me things.
She had the reddest hair I'd ever seen.
Yeah. That wasn't natural. She dyed that. Smoked a lot too. I had to buy her cigarettes for her, and that was hard enough because I was in there old enough to buy them.
Well, yeah. I mean, we all have stories. I would say it's I'm at a bit of a loss. Not because I didn't think didn't know what to expect. I certainly didn't know what to expect. And but I'm happy to hear though you're together now. You're in a loving relationship. How many children total do you have?
4.
You have the 4 kids.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
He forgets it's 4 because there was only 3 births because
Because of twins, yes. Well, and I understand that. I mean, but only 3 spots on the calendar for birthdays.
Yeah.
He definitely remembers those.
Well, I mean, and so so when you okay, king and queen of the prom. What do you feel like it did? It give you any sense of accomplishment, and did you take that forward on into your life?
I really felt like I couldn't get any better than that. I don't need to try for things. I'm pretty happy with how it is.
Good. I mean, it's what that is a not unhealthy way to look at the world. I mean, to be accepting and happy with what the world is, rather than putting pressure on yourself to strive for unattainable dreams. You know, it's a healthy thing.
Sure.
Okay, and yourself, Sean? You?
Well, it was a pretty high moment of my life, but I tried to stay humble. You know, I didn't want to get a big head, especially when you're currently the third string greeter at Walmart. I would be first string, but I'm a little too intense, they said. I mean, it's scaring the old ladies. But I'm just like, how you doing? You know?
You know what? Take pride in your work, though. That's the.
You don't want to get a big head when you're in that position. When I get promoted, starting greeter, it's going to be easy, nice and level.
That's good. That is really good. I'm glad to hear it because I think oftentimes when you peak, as they say, early on in your life, it may feel like you've fallen down the hill. But I think we all have ebbs and flows of life, right? I mean, I know I didn't think I was going to be here at this point in my life. I mean, I thought I would be a world's champion and a number one in the ratings for one of the 3 network talk shows. But times change. People change. The networks change. So we all wonder where we're going to be. But it's nice to see that you guys have stayed together and had each other to lean on. Because, you're the only ones that really know what you went through at that time.
Yeah, we've been together. We've been on rock for each other, except for that 3-year period.
Okay.
Where, filing for divorcing, me moving to Utah, me coming back to Utah. Utah's bad, man.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't suggest it.
But now we're back together. We're stronger than ever.
Yeah, no more moving around. We're just staying in one place. I guess.
But it's good. It's good. It's stability. Stability is something I think a lot of people strive for, and certainly in this precarious world we live in, stability is a good thing. And not at all. There should be no reason for you to feel stagnant or stuck. These are also ST words. I'm getting confused. Well, I gotta say, this has enlightened me. I'm super happy that you were able to come and be on the show tonight. And I do want to say, maybe you guys got a reunion coming up anytime soon, or you guys
We
get
just
together?
had our 15 reunion just a couple of years ago, so we don't got another one for about, I guess, 3 more years. Yeah, so
Okay, so
we'll be
then-
ready to party when it comes around.
They didn't
Always
teach-
ready to party.
Well, that's good. That's good. It's and it's probably good to get back together with the old gang. There, you don't get to see everybody all the time.
Definitely not Jared.
Yeah.
Pouring out for the J-Man. So, ladies and gentlemen, your prom king and queen, Mr. and Mrs. Sean and Megyn McCombs. Thank you so much. You know what, guys? You can stay up on here because I got a little something for you. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it wouldn't be prom if we didn't have a prom theme. And everybody has themselves a. Just didn't have to. What did you do to them? Talk to them. Cast them away. Well, that's all right. That's all right. It wouldn't be prom without a prom theme. A song that really puts a cap on the night, tells you exactly what the night's all about. And we've had so many. We've talked a lot, of course, in production meetings. We've talked about who had what song and what was your prom theme, what was your prom theme. And every decade has their own list of songs that were both nostalgically good and also felt inappropriate for 17-year-olds. I think that's a general consensus around the office. But I felt like this was a night, it's a night to remember, it's a night to celebrate. And I think for every prom king and queen and the McCombs, who I was going to invite them up to be on stage with me and maybe dance with me, and have a little one-on-one dance with the king and queen. Yeah, you come on back out here. I didn't mean you to leave in the first place.
Baby, come back out.
It takes me 5 years to get up these steps.
Okay. I apologize. Steps can be hard, But yeah, this was something I wanted to give to you as King and Queen. This is a little something from Bernie and the class of Bernie Maskman presents to you the King and Queen of this here prom, our song. Now I had the time of our life. No, I never felt this way before, and I swear it's the truth, and I hold on to you. I had the time of my life, and I hold on to you. I've been waiting for so long for someone to come along and stand by me. See the writing on the wall as we feel this magical fantasy. Oh, we're going to start this over again. We keep it rolling, it's fine. I'm going to grab these lyrics real quick because I just realized that I got flustered. That's all right. I've been waiting for so long for someone to come along and stand by me. We saw the writing on the wall as we felt this magical fantasy. Now with passion in our eyes, there's no way we can disguise it secretly. So we take each other's hand, because we seem to understand the urgency. You're the one thing I can't get enough of. So I tell you something. This could be love, because I have the time of my life. Though I never felt this way before, and I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you. I have the time of my life, and I owe it all to you. Yeah, baby. You know, it's a prom night like no other night. We feel that time. Okay, we may have to put this behind a paywall, man. We got some things going on that was not expected. But it's good because that feeling crosses us and comes across us, and we don't know what to do with it, but we know that we're feeling something. And the only thing we know what to say is, just remember, you're the one thing I can't get enough of. So I'll tell you something. This could be love, because I have the time of my life. No, I never felt this way before, and I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you. I have the time of my life, and we're so